Baz here. He's like Eric, the half a Baz. Eric, the half a bee. What's up, buddy?
I've been feeling a little tired and low.
I say I feel a little tired and low. Well, to be fair, you were up at the crack of dawn after being up all night.
But for the past little week, I haven't been doing many solos.
Yeah, our bedtime and our rising time have sort of begun to meet in the middle, haven't they? Let me make sure that everyone can hear and that everything is working. And then I shall say my hellos.
Be a little bit more tired and unenergetic recently, which I haven't.
Tired and unenergetic? How unlikely.
Well, I haven't been doing.
And unlike you in every way.
Which I really am sorry for, but yeah.
It's just us. It's only us watching at this point. Hello, Karem. Hello, Ruby K. Hello, Jaspin Mir. Hello, Pac Mom, of course. How are you, Pac Mom? Surviving the wild and woolly weathers. John P7, we're very good, thank you. I'm trusting you are well too. It's a full-time job, once again. Legend. Just saying, legend. Polynomial, Jonex, Tomcra, Lady Shelley, Miss Lynx, Lemon Wolf. Hello, Lemon Wolf. Hey, Tomcra, look at you subscribing already. Do you know what you're getting into? I'd have saved your money and waited. I mean, you get 10 minutes in, you'd be like, what the heck? Who's the guy in the stash? Do you like the stash, by the way? Mustache. Ooh. No? You didn't notice it, do you? Because it's so white. It's so white, it almost fits into my slug-like skin.
Yeah,
It's for work. I have no choice. Because, apparently, I'm back to work. That's the plan, anyways. Well, we all know Baz is not a fan of the stash, says Padawan Ryan. Yes, but, I mean, it's worth asking, just in case he comes around to it. There's a lot of things I had to persuade Baz into liking, right, Baz? What? What are you talking about? Oh my God, I'm so tired. Why do I have to be here with my father? But to be fair, Baz was like, you know what, dude, I'm just, can't do it today. And I was like, well, I think you can. I think he could, right? And you did.
No, you said, oh, that's
He's
fine.
all cozied up. I said it was fine. He didn't have to do it. But, I'd make him do it anyways. All right, so here's the deal. Awesome. All right, awesome. Excited to get back to work. No. I mean, I'm excited that, I don't know, it's so weird. It's so weird, I just don't trust it yet. I don't feel like it's even real yet. I don't feel like, that if I show up on set, I don't even know if the days that they say we're going to work are the days we're going to work, because I see these numbers and I don't know, who knows. I'm a germaphobe at the best of times, so, and these are the worst of times, so I can only imagine how bizarre it's going to be trying to film during all this. So they have testing for everyone on set now. I mean, I don't know yet. I think we're supposed to get tested. I think they'll arrange it. They're having to fly people up from the States, which will be interesting. Some big names, so I guess they'll have to get tested, right? And then of course Jane's trying to work all this out herself because she's trying to make that swearing jar movie. Photographics. Hey, what's up? What's up? What is up? It's Defiant One today. The Defiant One. I remember really enjoying shooting this in a kind of an uncomfortably hot, sweaty, sandy way. Hola, Bazzy, says Offset. Hello to Nethalis. Paper clips, toasted farts back. Very good. It smells a bit like a toasted fart down here today, doesn't it? I think it's a bit damp. And I'm in the basement, so there's a slightly basementy smell. I'm sure it has nothing to do with you, right? Baz is like, please don't traumatize me. I'm too tired for this. I'm too tired to be traumatized. Musky! It's a bit of a musky. We've got musky fish up here too, by the way. Baz is the right idea. Curl up with a blanket. Yeah, it's so true. All right. Oh, Pac Mom. You saw It's All About Who You Know. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with that. I mean, it's so funny because it's not my type of movie, but I got talked into doing it because Jane produced it. And, yeah, I just thought they did a really good job with it. All right, Malve, hello to you. Vitamin YouTube.
I was in the credits in that movie. Did you guys see that?
Vitamin C YouTube. You're in the credits of that? Mm-hmm. For what? For being the best son ever. No, you did help out, to be fair. He came and helped out.
I was your runner.
Yeah, you would come and get breakfast with us and stuff, right? Yeah.
I would go get breakfast.
Well, you came with me when I hopped in the car and went and got stuff.
You and me.
We were like the team. We were like the Gophers.
And I'd play video
Hello, Shake and Bake. Who's just made their first? Somebody finally made their Vitamin C Cubes. No, Vitamin C YouTube just made their first watch party. Oh, congratulations, everybody! Welcome Vitamin C YouTube to their first watch party. I'm sure it'll be a grave disappointment to you. I want to watch it again. You were Baz. You were Baz for the support. I looked for you.
I forgot you were in the movie.
You forgot I was in the movie? Yeah, I do that. I forget that too. Hobbit from Space. My sister told me I'm going to heaven, and I told her I'm not welcome there since I'm an abomination. So now Mom's mad at me. I'm an atheist, but they don't know that. Oh man, there you go. So that's a way to start the family arguments early on a Sunday then. All right, help! Can anyone stream today? I'm going out very soon. Oh no, Pixie Rose! Don't stress, Pixie Rose. I'm sure someone will figure something out. So basically, let me start on a few things here. Let me start with, first off, this is a huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters, to all of our subscribers here on the Twitch, Ironham TV, to everyone who has donated through PayPal. You know, I don't think I could have got through the last 6 months trying to do Tech Bandits if it wasn't for you. So I thank you all so much. Big shout out to all of our mods, to Harklight for helping me out with a bunch of coding stuff for Soliloquio, Cal for constantly being a jerk, to Baz for being a part of this, and also huge thanks to DStat. DStat is our sponsorship level Patreon.
And Jack.
And Jack Jasper for doing all of our, it's amazing. Jack's done all of our icons and all that kind of stuff. In fact, if you need any of these little emotes or little logos for your YouTube or work or any of that kind of stuff, Jack Jasper's the one to talk to. But yeah, DStat, thank you so much. DStat's just been incredibly supportive, both with donations and with the Patreon, and so I just have to say thank you very much to him for that. And Toasted Fart for subscribing, because he just did. Thank you, Toasted. All right, my goodness.
Dad, can I set the lights to low again?
You can. Try it. I just set this up.
Lights low.
No, it has to be Alexa, fan cave lights low. Isn't it? Alexa, set fan cave lights to low. See if this works.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Open the pod bay door. Alexa, open the pod bay doors. I've never tried this.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Ha!
I'm not Hal and we're not in space.
There you go. But my name is David. Okay, so we've set the mood. I'm triggering Alexa. Not Alexa, that Amazon thing. This is the future now. It really is Mrs. Griggs. It's Ms. Griggs, I should say. So here's Pad 1 Ryan, thank you very much. Oh my gosh, people are subscribing. They're zipping by so fast. I can't keep track. Okay, so it's Magic Malvi. It's actually magic. You haven't activated the Stargate feature on Alexa yet? I have not yet, Pac Mom. What does it do? Does it do anything cool?
We should code our Alexa to say thank you.
Oh yeah, self-destruct. And there's one, what is it? Alexa, code red. Red alert. Red alert, does that work?
Alexa, red alert.
Sending Terminator now.
Ooh, 3 of the lights went red. How does that work? How did only 3 of the lights go red? Alexa, set lights to white.
Okay.
Is that our lights? Are they going to do these lights? Oh, I've just done the lights upstairs, haven't I? Okay, Alexa, set fan cave lights to white. This is so much fun, I've got to say. Probably not for you, but, it's all about me, basically. There we go, okay.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Set fan cave lights to red.
Ooh, that's nice. Oh, this is a good way to watch it. Okay.
Alexa.
Woo!
Alexa.
Someone just, sorry, Xenos just...
Cave lights 100%.
Oh, food teas. Food teas is pork steaks for dinner. Nice. So here's the deal on today. I have to be out of here by like 5 to 4 because my friends' kids are doing an online film festival. They've made little movies and we're all getting together watching popcorn. They're down in LA. We're going to watch their movies that they've made.
We're going to watch popcorn.
We're going to watch popcorn and eat their movies. That's basically what we're doing. Jane's probably freaking out right now. Yeah, Jane's probably asleep on the sofa because poor Jane and Baz got up really early to walk dogs, didn't they?
I had 3 hours of sleep.
it's amazing. Welcome to my world.
Seven deadly sins all night, and then dog waking me up at 6 a.m.
Does anyone have a way? Is anyone gonna? Can anyone do the Discord screening of the show or whatever they do normally?
Like, I could.
Oh, Zachary, I'm so sorry.
What's wrong?
Zachary's nan died.
Oh.
Was that COVID related, Zachary? I'm very sorry. It's a horrible time for that. Spinner Breaker is going to give it a go for the streaming. Zachary, I'm so sorry. That just sucks. Movie about popcorn popping, like those fireplace vids. That would be, that could work. We could just have like a channel that just shows popcorn popping. I could watch that in slow motion forever.
I'm getting a ton on YouTube. I'm getting a ton of like adverts for turtles eating dragon fruit.
Turtles eating dragon fruit?
Yeah, turtles eating
like
dragon
to
fruit.
buy a turtle?
No.
As a pet?
No. Just turtles eating dragon fruit.
That's an
ASMR.
ad? That's an ASMR. That's an ad for you? That's weird.
And then I clicked on it once and it was so satisfying.
To listen to them do it?
Stressed.
All right.
Old turtles.
X-Mazdax. Doing well, thank you. Spinner Breaker's going to give it a go. Fantastic. I found my tablet so I can watch the episode after all. Very good, Nathalis. Zach, look after yourself. It's awful. Kendra Yu has lost a family member this weekend too. Not a great time. No, it's just awful, isn't it? If no one else can live in the general chat, we'll wait to press play. All right. If no one else, no one can go live. Okay. We feed our turtle strawberries, and it looks like she murdered someone. ICS DVD pause is 1 second. Sorry for your loss, Zachary. Indeed. You got a nice bunch here, Zachary. They, if you want people to cheer you up, these are the folks for you. Not that you need cheering up, but what does it say? What do they say? Drink not to forget, but to remember instead all the happy years. I thought that was a great quote on that.
Lights white.
What was that? Are you still talking to Alexa?
Light.
Oh my gosh.
No, Alexa.
What are you doing?
Stop.
What is it?
Alexa,
No.
stop.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to set the lights to blue.
Okay.
Alexa.
Set fan cave lights to blue. I think that's how you do it. There you go. Nice. That's movie stuff.
Hey, Dad. Dad.
Hey, Kay McCabe says I'm a good man. That can't be right. You obviously don't know me very well. What?
Hey, Dad. Can I have these lights?
No. No. These lights. Are you kidding? I just set these lights up, you
I know,
horrible
but
little
can I
child.
have them?
No.
And then set them up in my room?
No.
And then I'll
I'll tell you what. You can have these ones if we get new ones that I can replace them
Okay.
with.
No,
Yeah.
I'll get the new ones.
No, I want these ones. I want these ones to go in your room, and then I can get the good ones.
No.
These are so lame. They're not the Philips Hue light bulbs. They're called the Moo light bulbs. That's how the MUE. It looks exactly like Hue, but it's Mew for people like me to buy. The kid deserves the lights. No, no, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
They're fine.
Red was better for an abandoned Wraith cruiser. It's true, ICS Press. Yeah, let's go with red. Alexa, set fan cave lights to red. We could just have a whole stream about this, just me changing lights randomly. Okay, we should start the show. Now, you know what?
Can I change them to black?
No. Okay, so I thanked everybody. I've said right. So Tech Bandits, for those of you who don't know, is my basically my attempts to inspire the next generation of brilliant minds. So basically getting kids excited about science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. I do a session on Wednesday at 11 a.m. EDT, and I do a Friday session at 11 a.m. EDT. I do a Tuesday general chat at usually around noon or soon after noon, around there. It sort of depends on how my Tuesday is going. Now, no doubt that schedule will somewhat change once wretched work starts up again. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing this in thanks of, because it allows me to do things like to get things like 3D printers and CNC machines, and potentially we're now talking about possibly fixing up the garage to turn it into a Tech Bandits socially distanceable clubhouse, so that a couple of kids can come in at a time and work on some of the machines and stuff. So. So that's what we're up to right now. I'm loving the Walter White vibe. Yeah, isn't it? Well, you love the 80s, so it's very Walter White. It's true. God, what a great part that was. All right. Okay. We're starting up. I don't have the timer sorted out. I know I was sent information on how to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet. And I use it on a different computer, so it's hard to have one running and the other. But anyways, those are my excuses done and dusted. I'm now gonna start. I'm gonna say if I can get this mouse to work. Why?
Mom's making a smoothie. That's what.
Mom's making us smoothies. Oh, that's very nice. Nice. Why is the mouse not working at all?
Wake us up.
Well, you could be woken up. I've got this is what wakes me up. This sucker right here. Giant Christmas inner elf cup of massive amounts of coffee. How you doing? I like this girl and she hates me. Oh no! What? That sucks. What did you do, Milk? I mean, what did you do to hate you? Yeah, because you know who you should come to for relationship advice. McKay, for sure. No. He's your go-to guy. What do you need to know? Don't talk to Baz either, for that matter. Well, you talk to Baz, I guess. You talk to a lot of people about relationship advice, right? Jane's probably the best person to ask about relationship advice. Or someone else here, but probably not me.
She's had to deal with him for like 13 years.
Oh, you've personal messaged me some trivia. Okay, Spinner Breaker. It's not on the Patreon again. David, how do you take your coffee? A little bit of milk. Just a little tiny bit of milk. Baz is very cozy. At least she doesn't threaten to kill you with lemons. Nah, no, it's. I mean, I think we've got there before. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, really? You think the lights in Baz's room would help his streams? Yeah, right, Xenos. Thank you.
Yeah, because in here they're kind of just like, it's just a place that's so.
Hey, it's Stargate Fangirl's birthday. Happy birthday to Stargate Fangirl. Happy birthday to Stargate Fangirl. Happy birthday to Stargate Fangirl. Happy birthday, Stargate Fangirl. Happy birthday to you. All right, that's done. We got that out of the way. The sound is very distorted here. Is it? Well, it's probably because I'm screaming into the microphone. That's why. There's always lots of singing in the stream. Is there Grove Spaz? Have I turned into one of those people who sings?
Yeah, I think it's just my dad singing.
I had one coffee with chocolate today. Oh, another with caramel. Oh, another just milk. And they were all like triple shots. Woohoo! ICS Press is here for good. It's going to be up all night. All right, we should start this thing because otherwise I'm going to run out of time and I'm going to have to leave. And you don't want to leave in the middle of a Stargate episode. It's a very bad thing to do. So, shall we? Everybody, I'm going to do a little counting down now. We're watching the Defiant One. I don't know if there's previously on this. I'm not sure. We'll find out. All right. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. All right, here we go. Is it loud enough? Not very loud. You want it louder?
It's so quiet.
How's that?
It is still really loud.
Insanely quiet. It's so true.
Oh, it's because of volume on the actual.
Oh, I see. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Look at that. This baby. Let's see what this baby can do. This is me driving. This is going to be like when I'm trying to teach you how to drive. Woo. Heads up. Heads up. Well, exactly. So it's just a straight line. What does it mean in space anyways? Aww. Lovely guy. Dr. Gall. You can't get motion sickness. We got inertial dampers. Just knowing. There's another McKay. Right there. Ah. See? This is what it's going to be like when I'm trying to teach you how to drive. Is it loud enough? I still can't get... I feel like it could go louder. Nope. Apparently not. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's actually pretty cool.
Isn't that neat? Yeah. Oh, begrudgingly cool, apparently. I tilt this up just a little tiny bit. There's a fly in here. There's a horrid fly flying around. Might be. That would be very good. It's dead ski. Closer scrutiny. Let's do it. I want to see the ship again. That was cool. It's like a giant snowflake. What are you getting? What are you getting in the ultra low frequency? Sounds like jungle noises. The planet. A distress call from a Wraith distress call. Come on. How great is that? Oh, I know what the problem is. I don't have this turned up either, do I? Oh, there you go. Da-da-da-da. Ready? Dun, da 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 dun. Who'll save the day? Dun, 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 dun. Rodney McKay. He is so smart and so handsome and so brave, and he looks really good in his uniform. Who'll solve the problems? Probably McKay. Who'll save the day? Here he is doing it right now! Woohoo! Dum dum da dee da 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 dum. Rodney Stargate McKay! Stargate McKay! There you go. Oh, see? It's holding up okay.
The CG?
It looks pretty Wraith. The CG, there's a little bit of a fuzziness to it. But, you know, they'd have more detail now. But for the time, it's amazing. Oh, yeah. McKay wants in on that. For sure. Oh, where are we at? We're, I don't have a, why can't I see where we are at on the thing? Extremely ionized. Why can't I see?
What you doing, Dad?
I can't see where we're at. I can't see our numbers. Why can't I see our numbers? I see 453. There you go. 453.
What have you done,
There you go.
Dad?
503. 3 hours. It's hardly enough time to have any fun on a planet. Lip balm, very important. Chap lip, very important stuff. I don't know whether I just stole that from them or whether that was actually written. I don't even remember. It's all become a blur to me.
Look at you, Dad. You look so weird.
What? I look heroic and brave,
No,
right? Is that what you mean?
look weird.
No,
Look at your
heroic and
hair.
brave. We're ready. Go team.
You look so awkward.
What do you mean awkward? I'm on an alien
You
planet.
look like that one dude who's like,
Duh. I remember this being fun. We never land next to anything. We always have to walk. Good point. Automated defenses. I like the little volcanoes. Oh, it was Peter DeLuise who wrote this one. This is a fun one. What is that? What is it? Is it Tinkerbell? I forgot all about these things. From who? Girlish fear. Let her be. Leave her be. Give her... What the... Ha ha! How many times have you seen me do that in real life? A lot. There you go. CG. What do you think?
Bad.
Really?
Bad. Really.
The mat?
bad.
You don't like the mat?
Really. It looked like a bad painting.
Really? You're so jaded. It's a jaded child. Ooh. It's an old model. It's the Yugo of Wraith. Are those dead Wraith? Dead Wraith skeletons. I can't be bothered to check for life signs. I love that. Us and the glowy bugs. What's the time slice on where they are in the show? Oh, we are at. Let me see if I can do it now. How do I do it? How did I do it before? 7:30, 7:43. 7:43. Let's do that. 7:49. There you go. Something you'll notice about my flashlight skills, I tend to point the flashlight and then look somewhere else. I don't know why. It's like I don't understand exactly how it works. Partially because they usually want you to light the scenes with a flashlight. So they'll often go like, can you sort of light up the ceiling? So you're like, wow, what's down there? Because you're like pointing the flashlights up and stuff. So. This is when they were experimenting with other people possibly being more cowardly than McKay. And then realizing there's no one more cowardly than McKay. So you don't remember this, but you weren't born yet. But later on, that plasticky stuff, you loved that when you were a little baby. You came to visit a set one time and you were like running around because it had all the lights on. It had, it had all these sort of like, well, back in the day, they wouldn't have probably been LEDs, but they had screens and a lot of this kind of construction. And you were just having the field day in it. RDA thought it was hilarious. That's MacGyver. Remarkably preserved. Ooh. And I think they do the spider webs. I think it was just a regular glue gun and a hot either it was either a hair dryer or possibly like a heated air gun thing where they basically just you sort of start the glue gun going and then you sort of blow the little strings around and you get these amazing sort of spider webs out of it. They probably don't use that anymore now because it's probably toxic or something. Surviving as long as they can. No kidding. Guys! Come on, guys! Man, I remember watching religiously every week. Frankie Deuce, I remember filming religiously every week. Come on, the sets are pretty cool. Do you think? They look like real. That is one big snack bar. Once again, hold the flashlight up, look over there. It's a McKayism. Look, see, flashlight pointing down, point the flashlight up, look somewhere else. And if someone else is talking, flash the flashlight behind their heads. They're all dead. Only got 3 hours to play. Better get your Wraith toys while you can. Fieldwork. Trust McKay. Trust McKay to rub it in. Oh boy. Lots of little scared scientists in this episode. And the largest camcorder, Baz, I don't know if you know what that is, but that is a recording device that was, back in the day, they used to be that size. Hey! They're trying Ford out on his shirtless look. I mean, armless look. Shirtless. That would be funny. He's just standing there with no shirt on. Yeah, for no reason at all. Just, a little eye candy. Here we go. I've got the Game Boy out. Where are you going now? Oh, baby. Thank you so much. We got drinks coming.
And
Thank you very much. Wait a second. Let me pause then. Okay, I'm going to pause. 3, 2, 1, pausing. We are at 11:58. We're pausing for refreshments, apparently. Ooh, what's this? Scotch? Scotch on the rocks?
Giant scotch.
Wow. Thank you very much. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous and talented Jane. I don't know if you can actually see her there.
That's fine if you can't.
Yeah. Is it better? All right, Jane's in her dog walking attire, so forget it. Please look this way.
Somewhat similar to my sleepwear.
I was explaining to everyone about how I tend to point a flashlight in one direction and then look in the other.
Yes. Oh my goodness, was that this episode?
You can't see Huzzah? I said we should see Huzzah. Do you want to see Huzzah? Will that work?
Me scoot over that way.
You don't want to be seen.
Okay, yes, darling.
Here we go. The whole family's here now. Let's see what we got. Jane's hiding. Huzzah, we're going to go put it down for Huzzah. Okay. This is the beast.
Was she not being on camera?
She's been on camera a million times.
Already?
Yeah, she's usually...
She's not quite the set dog that Mars was.
No, Mars was like posing all the time. It was amazing. She's just like, oh, let me lick my bits. That'd be great. Nice, Huzzah. That's fantastic. She's very good at that. Okay, this is a family show, so we're gonna just scroll back up here. There we go. Oh, she's being nice now? Now she's chewing her leg. That's nice. So cannibalism as well. That's great. Perfect. She's just a charming dog for streaming, isn't she? All right, let's get on with the show.
Yeah.
I'm worried about running out of time before we go to our before we go and see my friend's kids' film festival. Yeah,
Film festival.
I know. And like a brilliant parent, well, not even like a brilliant parent, like a brilliant producer parent, he's demanded that it be no longer than 15 minutes, 20 tops. So because he knows how absolutely interminable short film. What was it? Andre once said that there's nothing longer than a bad short film, which I thought was quite prescient of him. All right, so yeah, have we missed anything? Should I jump in with any questions or anything at this point? Should we just watch the show and then I'll deal with questions?
Yeah.
Because then if I run out of questions, I'm okay. I can answer them on Twitter or whatever.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, Mom. No, you're not my mother. You're not my mother. Love you. Thank you very much. Huzzah's left. Yep, we've all gone. All right, so we're going back. Yes, watch, says Kalir. Oh, Cal. Cal, are you new here? There's someone called Cal here.
Whoa.
Well, everyone, welcome Cal. Cal is new here.
Someone named Cal Lear.
Yeah, but Cal is here now. Cal has disabled slow mode for this room because apparently no one's talking. Okay, so we're going back in. We are at 11:58. We are starting again. 3. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Can I put them on for you? Oh, there you are, darling. I'm so sorry. I put them on the wrong way. Let me just put them back on the right way. Then there we go. Put them on the right way. Okay. And then, oh, darling, would you like a little drink? A little drink? Oh, there we go. There you go, darling. A little drink for you. There you go. Oh, you got it all over the place. That's so weird. There you go. It's okay, darling. There you go. In your mouth. There you go. There you go. Okay, thank you. All right. Please call child services later. We've got a show to watch. Okay, so we're 11:58. 3, 2, 1, play. Did I get it in your eye? Really? Oh no, did I seriously get it in your eye? All right, here. Do we need to stop and wash your face? Nope. Did it really go in your eye? I'm the best parent ever. You okay? No one expects their father to pour a fruit drink in their eye. That's right. Braille cortex. Don't ruin it. Good eye potion. It's really good, especially if he's at all allergic to any of the fruits in it. He should blow up like a balloon, like I do. My God, that camera is so funny. Why do the radios always go down at the wrong time? Xenos is called child services. You're fine. What the heck was that? About to see something behind you, too, judging by the effects.
Yeah, bad effects.
What was that? Uh-oh. Hi. Oh, boy. You okay with this? feeding. It's feeding time. Not good. It's like me after a long night. Yoicks. How weird is that?
Whoa, Dad, is that you?
No, it's not. No, that's me.
It is.
Yeah. Do it some more juice in your eye. Would you like some more? Yeah.
Please don't. It actually really hurts.
No, I'm sorry. I know. I didn't mean to get it in your eye, to be honest.
It's fine.
I meant to put it all over your face, but not in your eye. That Raid's got to be feeling so good right now because he hasn't eaten in like 1,000 years. Listen, why were there no lifetimes before? Did you just wake up?
I like that.
I already have a gun. I'm fine, thanks. Uh-oh. So there could be a lot of them. It's a really good smoothie. That's not Todd. I don't think it's not Todd. Thank you, Jexy Thing. That's my working mustache. My working stash. Oh boy. I wonder if they did that glue thing all over him too. I wouldn't beg with a Wraith. Not generally a good idea. Begging with Wraith, not so good. Because they'll do that angry face at you.
I don't know why Wraiths have sharp teeth.
Oh, that's a good point. They don't really need them, do they? Yeah, they just need their hand. That's a really good point. Horrid child. Horrid ruining everything child. Dream killer. Let's hope we don't have to. I like those outfits. Why did we never get those outfits? I like those. Very worried. Some very worried looks. Oh yeah. Take the grenades. Always take the Easter eggs. Easter egg grenades. I would take the Easter eggs for sure.
The same.
I think they're like grenades, I think, aren't they? Uh-oh. Where's the ship? He wants the ship. You can't have the ship. Timestamp. Anyone, let me tell you. You're at 1653. 1654. 56. 57. Oh. Ow. Partial death. Not good. Or McKay probably more likely to shoot Shepard than anyone else. Partially killed him? Oh, that's a nasty looking wound. It's got to be, like, I got to say, like, he's got to be, like, just like, woohoo, ready to go. Oh. You see that? I don't think I ever saw them do that again. Oh boy. Moving away quickly. Yeah, probably because he's going for ours. Yeesh. It fed. Yep. Come on. You may be another 20 years older than you were before, but you'll be fine. What, really? Thanks, McKay. That's very helpful. What? That's a good point. Oh, yeah, that's not good. McKay's not really thinking this through. He's not really a... McKay's not really a, you know... He's not really a, like a, you know, action hero. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Lots of arguing. Oh boy. That's McKay told. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just a little discussion. We're totally fine. You'll be fine. Those 20 years, you don't look a day over like 100 at this point.
No,
I keep thinking they must have done that shot like 7 or 8 times, running back and forward from that one little bit of land.
Poor dude.
What poor dude? This dude. I feel sorry for this dude, stuck in a giant cocoon with blood on his chest and all that.
It hurts my head with the cobwebs on his face.
Yeah. Well, and what about that? What was that? I missed that. What happened there? Life signs? It's all that makeup he's got to wear on his face. Oh, fly. I got him. Oh, he's scared. He's scared now. Ha! Ah. Missed him. Yeah, go. You stay over there. That's the right. Oh, almost got him. I need one of those. Where's my little zappy thing? Anyways. Taking my youth. They took my youth. No, not old. Just older. Like more, gentlemanly. It's dignified. It's distinguished even.
Around Dad's age, you look.
There you go. Because McKay's got a mirror. Holy mother. Holy mother, that's not good. That's what I feel like every morning when I wake up and look in the mirror. It's possible. You could get better. Maybe it's a nice face peel. That's good. I mean, it's just pain that I'm feeling, but Don't make him laugh. He's got a wraith injury.
You're a good guy.
Yeah, see? Man, we made an awful lot of footprints. And I'm not sure that we hit our puddle jumper very well. Look at that smile. Look, he's found our wireless key
Who
fob.
leaves their pedal jumper open?
Wireless key fobs. Here we go. See if the wraith can fly. I don't know if we ever had this wraith back again. Did we? It's the same. I don't know who played this one. This wraith. I like how scrawny and creepy he looks, though. That's like me in the mornings. It's like me when Baz won't get out of bed.
Are you asleep?
Who's asleep?
You.
Me? I'm not asleep. Why would I be asleep? This was James. He did most of the Wraith in season 1 and 2. Was it the same one? I don't think I didn't do a lot of work with... Is it James? James Lafazanos. James Lafazanos. It's so weird because, I don't know them as actors. I never saw them as actors because they were always, in earlier having the makeup put on and then on set looking like Wraith, and then they took them forever to get their makeup off too, so I was usually gone by the time I was thinking. So often I never even met them other than in Wraith mode, which is so weird. P90. Here you go. He's Captain Kirk. Little Star Trek reference. What's that? Ice. Ice or salt? Salt? Was that ice? Good boy. true. No kidding. No kidding, McKay. Thanks for stating the obvious, Captain Obvious. Lieutenant Ford's in charge. You literally bought a P90 because of Stargate? Really? Like a real one or like a rep one? Like a replica one? It's so Shepard. It's so he totally kirks it a lot. It's true. You should have spent time to get to know the other actors. I really should have, Zine Tux. Totally. It's so weird when people are in this kind of makeup where they got the eye things on. You don't interact in the same way. I mean, I got to know, Chris Heyerdahl, because he'd been in as an actor first, and so I could put a face to the face, if that makes sense. But yeah, you're right, I'm a jerk. Thank you, Star Slayer. That's very kind of you.
Here you go, Dad.
2 months, wow. I don't want that.
Can you put it back?
Oh, of course I can. Of course, son. Should I wipe your face for you? I do sway. I tend to sway when I stand. But I like standing because I don't know, it feels more somehow fit. What you say cannot be true. I missed that. What did you say?
I'll be waiting for you.
No, but before that.
Why don't you come down to your ship and we'll see.
But why did he say... I would say that was not a very smart move on the Wraith part. Wait a second. What did he say? Why did he talk him out? I missed the part about how he talked him out.
Can you pass me my other drink, please?
You got it? Making sure it's dead. Is it, though? It's got like the shield on, though. It's got the little... Ooh. Yep, there you go.
It's got a Glock.
Is that a Glock? Here, hide behind that giant piece of styrofoam that moved when you bumped it. Oh my god, it totally moved when he bumped it. Oh no. God, the styrofoam rocks. Oh, they're like the curse, the bane of our existence. Because it's just impossible. You just touch them and they move. Oh, unnecessary rolls. Oh, I love it. That's a McKay move. Just roll for no reason. You guys want a time check so you know what it is? Where's we at? 27:09 already? Oh my god, this is a fast episode. Holy moly. Uh-oh. P90's out. Really? Got a bandage, though. I'm not sure that's the way it's done, Shepard.
What about his Easter eggs?
He's got the Easter eggs. That's a good point. Yeah. You cannot hope to defeat you. Well, you don't know Shepard very well, do you? Can't he just go feed on someone? I guess that's his point, isn't he? He's massaging his hand. Isn't that nice of me? Look, see? Look how nice I am. I'm giving you a nice hand massage. Oh, the more you rewatch, the more you see moving styrofoam, I'm sure. Oh, really? Jasmine says that the dead Wraith soldier moved when we were leaving as well. Oops. Still getting up. And he's just eaten a lot. Yeah, he had a full buffet. Well, I can move Gall's fingers for him. Oh boy. Shepherd out. Great. That's comforting indeed. This was an interesting thing. I liked this. I really liked working with Brendan on this. And it was early days, too, so we're still sort of playing, just having fun with it. Oh, boy. This is the Alien versus... This is the Predator mode. This is the Predator mode. Remember in Predator where he has to figure out what that thing's doing? He's like... The Predator's laughing at him. And it's a countdown to blow himself up. What was that? I'm busy trying to blow myself up. Oh, CTV Sci-Fi Channel. Oh, fantastic. Frankie New Space. I didn't know that. Throw it! Gall T. He wants in the fight. That's me. Gall T. What is that? What's this? Did I get the names wrong? I tend to get names. I'm terrible at names. Let's test the grenade. Indeed. Why not test the grenade? McKay would have just held it going, huh, this is kind of nicely made. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun-dun. There you go. Just going to stress again how much I like the music of this show. Freaking great.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Oh, right. Sorry, it wasn't... What?
Put this back.
There you go. Of course, that's right. It was named after Garrow's friend, Brendan Gall. But his name is actually Richard Cox. I'm so sorry. I get so confused. And yeah, it's James for the Wraith. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's funny. So they've got the little glowing things. We've got the little flies flying around. There you go. We can help you. We will help you. Give us the food. They like power bars. They're like little McKay fairies. Ha! They like the food. They're energy beings that like power bars. I guess that sort of makes sense in an ironic kind of a way. I'm just going to check on our stream, make sure everything's working. Yeah, power bars, always. Yeah, it's true. Shepard actually makes the power bar look like it's tasty. I used to live on power bars for a while, and then I just... So funny, I guess I overdid it. Now I like Soylent. Soylent, the drink, not Soylent Green. Feet, very fast, please. What? Feet, very fast, please. What? Huh? He's working on it. Nice. And it looks cool, too. And it looks cool.
Is that a decoy?
Cool smoke effect. There you go. I'm not sure why they... Well, we'll see. That was the plan. Here we go. He just did something, didn't he? He maybe... I think maybe Shepard's going to find it a little harder than he thinks it is. Oh. Put the shield up. Put the shields up. That Wraith was thinking. It's true. Shepard's hair would give him away. It's true. Shepard's hair just... Aha. It's onto us. Excuse me. because he should. Do you think he's continuing to die? Uh-oh. So wait, so once you've started feeding? I don't understand, though, if he stops the feeding. If he stops the feeding... Huh. Oh. Okay, that would explain it. Good meal and a pot of tea. That's generally how I do it. Coffee. What is this? Oh, it's iced tea. Stop talking. I thought you died. As you were. Please continue dying. It's fine.
Can I change the lights to blue?
Mm-hmm.
I can?
Yeah. Nah. Is this a real rock or a fake rock? I think it's a fake rock. We'll see. Not that I should be looking at these things. Ah, smart. Very smart. Oh. Not a good sign. He just gave him away. I forgot about those little bugs. Yeah, that was an awful lot of movement for not a lot of ship movement. Come on. Not a great episode for these guys. Gotta say, not much for them to do, really. I guess they have to keep everybody in the picture, but at the same time, we get all the fun. God, I remember, that's so funny. I only vaguely remember this set. I mean, we were on location. It was one of the few times we sort of stopped doing location after a while. The days on the planet are long, but the nights are cold. You're gonna freeze. Oh yeah. Either frozen or well heated. What's that? What the? Oh! Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna leave a mark in the morning, I'm guessing. Really? So he buried it and then put the walkie-talkie on front of it. On top of it. That shepherd, crafty devil.
I would just keep chucking bombs.
Well, you only had 2 though, right? Didn't you? Or 2 or 3? You had 2 or 3, I don't remember. I can't remember. How many did you get? Did you get 2 or 3? Oh, bronze scale. Well, welcome. You missed the start. We're at 37-36 right now. He took 2. Yeah, I thought it was 2. Thank you, KJ Berry and Jordan SG92, for jumping on the answers. He's not going anywhere. Go. Have fun. Have a great time. Rodney saved the day. There you go. Oh my god, I forgot this part. I totally forgot this part.
No, Dad, you just have to see a dead dude.
Aww. You know, I gotta say, well, I'll talk about it later, but I love in this episode that they give, it's so often that people in these shows just die and there's no, like, you know, and that's it. All right, moving on. I like those little moments, being given those moments as an actor to actually acknowledge, like, you know, that these were human beings and that they will be missed. Oh, they run out of bullets. There's only so many bullets. Whoa, can't see.
I need to
Adjust. Your timing sucks. There you go. Ooh, dead hands. That's a good idea. Damn, I keep running out of bullets. Shoot. I just keep running out of bullets. Oh, it's knife time. Here we go. You do not want to get into a knife fight with a wraith. I can't imagine that's going to go well. Oh, ow. Oh, wow. Oh, man. That was his feeding hand, too, I'll bet. Oh. I told you, Fred, this is quite gory. Oh. Who could that be? Who? Keep firing. Look how heroic I look doing it. Slowest reload ever. I'd go for McKay. I think he's more chance of taking him out. Oh boy. Make it fast. Make it fast. Quick, power bars. It doesn't seem to be slowing him down very well. Maybe run? Ow. Now what? Oh, he's got peanut butter on him. Oh. Biggest life science you got. Just do it. Take him out. Take out the big glowy thing. Wraith taking... It's Wraith surrounded by little fairy bugs. Run, McKay! Which way? Which way are you running? Ready? Airstrike. Airstrike. Ooh! He blowed up real good. Not a lot left of him there. I think it'd be kind of hard to feed his way out of that one. Styrofoam everywhere. Have fun. I'm still here. Have fun. So who saved the day on that one?
You did!
Indeed. Just saying. Yep. Oh my gosh. It's like those are the... Oh man. It's those episodes where you just feel like you've got nothing to do in a show. It's just brutal. And then they have to be happy and smile about something that they haven't even seen. That's like the hardest part of those shows. Whereas me and Shepard are running around having all the fun, shooting the guns, people dying, you know.
Yeah, Dad, you must have had a lot of fun on this episode.
I did, yeah. Yeah. And this is the beginning of the Shepard McKay. We're just beginning to get the banter beginning, you know. Yeah. And sunblock, lots of sunblock. I needed my sunblock on this one. Gall. Aw. McKay misses his little friend.
McKay lost a
Aw.
friend.
McKay lost a friend. But not really a friend. Yep. I always say, how am I going to disable the shield? Isn't that the whole point of having a shield, is to stop people from getting into it? Hey, what was that? Was there somebody... Did I just see... I thought I just saw a reflection. Wait a sec. Just at the end there. Dun, da 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 dun, da 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 dun, da da da. Okay, that's it. We just finished it. But I just want to go back because is there... Did you just see like a... What's that? Look, over there. What's that? On the right-hand side.
Pause. Just pause.
Yeah, what is that? I'm going to pause it. Hang on a second. Ready? Go back. A few cracked ribs. And then... Nope. There we go. What's that? Let me find it. There. What is that? What is that?
Point it. I don't know where
I'll show you. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back in. So just on the right-hand side of the screen, right in here. Wait a sec. Almost. Okay, so just check the right-hand side in the wide shot.
Around it.
Okay. It's right... Well, I've just stopped in the wrong place. Right there. What's that? There's a little square thing that just sort of... There. What is that? What is that? Is that a rock?
It's the shadow of a dude.
Well, maybe it's just a rock. I don't know. It just looks really... It's an odd, very square-shaped thing. Anyways. Woo! Just finished the Defiant One. Indeed. I think that's a smoker in the background. Oh, it could be. Yeah, it's possible. Chat, just getting here. What episode? Okay, so Defiant One. Thank you very much. Everyone has already probably seen this for like a million times, but I just thought I would, throw this out to the, throw it out to the people who've just arrived.
I'm probably
Okay.
gonna head out now.
You heading out now?
It was.
Wait a second. Let me just see if there's any questions for you in Patreon. I'm going to go to our Patreon questions first. I thought I saw there might have been
I
one about...
am gonna
Oh,
do-
Baz's question first. There you go. Just answer this one. Okay. Brittany Byington, who's always very good at leaving comments and suggestions. Always a lovely day when there's a watch party. What we can do is I can move this over here now. So that we're both looking at the same... Well, sort of looking at the same screens. Let me see how we're doing here. So I've gone to Patreon. I've missed Baz entirely. Where are you? Can you... Oh, that's why I can't see you. Okay.
No, you still.
What's that? That better? All right. So I'm on here. Baz's question first. Baz Shepard has a great line in this episode about parents getting other people to teach their kids how to drive. I'm not sure what the driving ages are in Canada, but is this something you're looking forward to? Also, do you want your parents to be the ones teaching you? I was very happy to learn from an instructor.
So I've actually been talking about driving a car
He has.
for like a long time.
For a while now. Yeah.
No. My mom could teach me. I'm fine with that. My dad's not teaching me.
Mom's had to go to traffic school for speeding.
There's no way. I know, but I want to look at her more than you.
I do not like driving. I've never liked driving.
I would much prefer
Motorcycles. I love
you'd
motorcycles.
Be like, Bam, stop. It's like it's
Yeah,
okay.
I
Dad.
couldn't do
It's
it.
I
could not do it.
So I would not want Dad to teach
Yeah.
me. I would like an instructor, but then I would also like Mom to just teach me like the
Mom can teach you the basics, maybe. But the thing is, I
Yeah.
remember that when I grew up, my father,
and how to get away with speeding stuff.
not how to get away with speeding. No, not hard how to get away with
Very,
speeding.
very important.
Jane had to go in when she was in England. She got caught speeding in some zone. Had to go to traffic school, and it was held at an old race course. And she went in her Morris Minor, in her 1967 Morris Minor, 69 Morris Minor, or whatever it was. So the car couldn't even go the speed limit, let alone like speed. So yes, Baz is definitely looking forward to driving. I absolutely, the moment he's allowed to, I'm happy to get courses for him because there's no freaking way I'm teaching him. You bailing? You out of here? Yeah.
So
Well, thank you. I appreciate
guys,
you doing
thank
it.
you so much. This really lit up basically my week. This was like the start thing.
You are such a liar.
No,
He's like, yeah, I lit up my week. Can I go now? No, thank you. I appreciate it.
It really helped my
I appreciate
day.
it. I think you've learned about what a hero your father is, really, too, haven't you?
You were a very big hero
a
this
big,
episode.
huge hero, really. Are you looking up to me? Your
Not
work?
at all.
Does your work
Still look up
inspire?
to Shepard more.
My work is not an inspiration to you?
No.
Oh, really?
All you
Interesting.
did was like
Oh,
shoot
you should go now.
bullets,
Yeah,
miss,
Baz,
and
Baz has
hit
to go
me.
now. Baz has to go. Baz has to go and be mean to other people. You go hang out with Cal.
Bye.
All right, I don't need these on anymore, do I? Bye. Thanks, buddy. Love ya. All right, what do we got? So, David, speaking of working with family, you have repeatedly worked with family members. Yeah, poor me. Any thoughts you'd like to share with us on how the film industry generally handles family working together? It seems fairly common. I worked with a brother for one summer and it was enough for me. Perhaps having built-in expiration date on the project helps. Absolutely. Thanks again for chatting with us. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. I quite like this one. Oh, very good. Thanks, Bertley, as always. So working with siblings is tough. It can be really tough. But I've done a lot of it, both on film and in just like the real world. I ran a internet for film and television company for years with my other sister, Moira, very sort of talented artist and writer. She's a teacher. I mean, she's amazing. Moira's amazing at everything she sets her mind to, really. So yes, I've worked with her, and there are problems. I mean, there's always problems to some extent because you know them so well. And then Kate, poor Kate. Kate's like my little sister, so I'm never going to take anything she does seriously. So, definitely difficult. But it's nice. I mean, especially if it's someone else's show. It's harder when there's an ownership to it. Like when I was doing Dog's Breakfast, there's that weird thing of like, just shut up and say the lines I wrote. You know what I mean? You're my little sister, do as you're told. So it's kind of hard to sort of step back and go, oh, I guess this is an artist who has things to say, and so. I mean, she doesn't. She's just my little sister, but yeah. So it's definitely I understand it being difficult. I mean, I'm not going to rush back to working with Katie again because we argue all the time. But at the same time, I really enjoy. I love her work. I think she's as I said this before, like a million times. Like she's one of the funniest women I've ever met. So what do we got? What else we got? Pac-Man says that line, parents getting somewhere else to teach their kids to drive, is one of my favorites. I'm interested to know if David or Jane want to teach. Yeah, no way. Driving instructor all the way. Maverick Werewolf says, really hope I can attend. I hope you can. Did you get in there, did you get in there, Maverick? Are you in the stream somewhere? If not, well, we'll see you later. But Maverick has a question for us and says, I love this episode and Shepard and McKay's dynamic in it. I always love them, but still. But my internet's been finicky lately. I toss out a question for both of you, though. Okay, so Baz, simple question. Oh, Baz isn't here. Is Steve still your favorite Wraith after watching this episode, even though they were both played by the same guy? It's so true. David, which season 1 episode? So I don't know which his favorite guy. I'll have to ask him about that. David, season 1 episode favorite. I love season 1. It's probably my favorite. So I'm curious which one you enjoyed the most in terms of filming and which ones you enjoyed the most in terms of watching it. Thank you so much for these watch parties. I really enjoy them. Well, fantastic. Thank you, Maverick Werewolf. It's important that they're, not to just be a werewolf. You want to be a maverick werewolf. So favorite episode, season 1. That is hard. I'm trying to think. I gotta say, watching this one, I was really surprised at how much I liked it. I don't remember season 1 very well because it was a long time ago and I was a wee lad. I was a wee lad compared to now. This was a lot more fun to watch than I remember, if that makes sense. Episodes that I really liked. I'm trying to think. Letters from Pegasus was fun. I mean, they were all. It's hard. Season 1 is kind of a blur for me. I think just from a having fun doing the episode. I really I quite enjoyed Childhood's End. I think probably of all of my McKay episodes in season 1, I would say Childhood's End was probably my favorite one, I think. And I should also say thank you, by the way, to Brittany Bertley and Pac-Bomb and Maverick Werewolf and everybody for being a patron. And I will have your voice answering machines recorded soon, I'm sure. What else we got? David season 1 for his favorite business. I think of the parties. Very good. Okay, so what do we got? Brittany also says, interesting. As far as a complete season, I would choose 2 or 3. Okay, season 2 or 3. Yeah, I feel like from McKay's standpoint, 2 or 3, they'd sort of more figured out where he was at that point. So I think probably the same for me. Lemon Wolf. Lemon Wolves, werewolves, Maverick Werewolves. We've got all the wolves here. Hi there. I have kind of a nerdy question. No, there's no such thing as a nerdy question. You had tons of dialogue with sci-fi tech stuff over those years on Atlantis. Did some of it spark your interest so that you looked up the real science? All of it. There is nothing. Well, I'm sure there's something, but that I can think of. I was always looking up the science behind stuff because that was, again, when I grew up, I was watching Doctor Who, and Doctor Who would show, they'd show a Doctor Who episode and there'd be like a scientist after talking about the science, or the science fiction author talking about the science behind the episode. And so they were bound together for me, like the science and the science fiction. So, and I also believe that it's very difficult to do a good job of acting if you don't know what the frack you're talking about. So while I probably don't remember most of it, I would certainly spend time looking up a lot of this stuff. Again, you got to be a little careful because you don't want to get too distracted because me being as ADHD as I am, I tend to go down the rabbit hole in this stuff. So, the weird thing about ADHD is that it's not always about changing, course all the time, which is sort of cliche thing. It's also about intense focus on things that aren't always necessary. So I tend to go down the rabbit hole in this stuff. So you want to be careful you don't spend the time reading all about the tech that you're about to talk about and not learn the lines, which is easy to do. But I love the technobabble. I absolutely loved it. or as Brad Wright calls it, gold. I love that stuff because I always saw it as a bit of a challenge. It's a bit like a workout. It's a bit like saying, like, can you do a 10K run? Can you say this many lines this fast in this amount of time with only a certain number of takes and time? And so I found it was almost like exercise for me, like a good, but good exercise that I actually do. Fun fact, by the way, about ZPMs, vacuum energy actually exists. Yes, I remember looking that up, as virtual particles or vacuum fluctuations. These particles are created out of the vacuum in pairs, particle, antiparticle, and annihilate each other. Unfortunately, current physics, as we understand them, prohibit any kind of energy extraction because of this particle-antiparticle dualism. I remember looking it up and not getting my head around it, like for sure. But thank you, Lemon Wolf. That's I got to look it up again because it does come up a lot. The whole ZPM thing, and I remember being just kind of rather taken with the idea of this sort of energy source that they. This is the beautiful thing about science fiction, right? Is you get to take these yet to be proven or disproven ideas and then just run with them without all the bother of having to figure it out in a way. So. And good science fiction sticks to the truth as much as it possibly can. And I think the Stargate folks were really good. They were a really smart bunch writing this stuff, so they know their physics. All right, so thank you, Lemon Wolf, and again, thank you, Lemon Wolf, for being a Patreon supporter. James Stuckberry. When it comes to McKay solving problems, difficult takes seconds, impossible a few minutes. Do you think McKay could science himself off that planet if he was stranded like the Wraith? Absolutely. Potentially putting Matt Damon to shame. I loved The Martian. What's it called? The Martian? Is that the one it's called? Is that the right? Did I get the right one? I actually read the book. I loved the book because the book was true science fiction, but done by a scientist in a way. Not by a scientist, but I mean that he took a science approach to science fiction where he just thought, like, what are the logical possible solutions to this fabricated idea of him being stuck on Mars. I just absolutely loved it. And I think that, yes, McKay, I think the thing about McKay is that if McKay didn't have anyone to whine to, well, we know this. If he has no one to whine to, he tends to come up with his own other people to talk to in his head. So I feel like, he'd probably have a couple of conversations with Sam Carter or himself and come up with a way off. Yeah, I could see him figuring that out. I mean, my hunch would have been probably to figure out again weapons, like get weapons from the Wraith, right? We have all this, the whole Wraith ship there. There's got to be things they could use against the Wraith. In the same way that the Wraith has gone off to, although I say that, if the Wraith has gone to the puddle jumper, I guess that's a good point. Although I'm thinking, like, if the Wraith ship was there, they've left grenades and stuff there. There's got to be other weapons on there. I feel we could have got more out of that ship. Thank you, James. Pack Mom, thank you for another watch party answering our questions. I had a couple of questions about this episode. Where was this episode shot? Well, they're all shot in BC, British Columbia. There aren't a lot of desert areas in Canada like this. Well, certainly not in BC, but I want to say that it was some kind of I think it became a condo. By the end of the shows, that whole area had become a condo, but I'm pretty sure it was like I don't think it was a natural desert. I think they had to make it look like that. There was a lot of, I think the sand was there for some reason. It may have even been a like building supplies type thing. I don't honestly remember. Sorry. But yeah, I know desert areas are hard to find. I remember that from a couple of movies. The first movie we were going to do instead of Dog's Breakfast was a film called, what was it called? The whole idea was it was basically it was just basically a guy in a car accident. That was the idea, and it was supposed to be in the desert. And it was supposed to be originally he was going to be tracked by like coyotes or something, and then I went for wolves, and then I had a whole bunch of different ideas for it. It was all very dark and twisted. And then I was like, wait a second, why don't I make a movie that's fun? And that's why I went to Dog's Breakfast, because I wanted to make something that would sort of cheer people up as opposed to just make them miserable. Because it was a miserable plot. It was just a horror. And then someone did one very similar to it with my Splice co-star, Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody did one called like Wrecked or something like that. I think ours was actually called Rex, and I think it's shot in BC now. I think about it. Because I remember someone said they were going to go look into it because they were like, wait a second, that's so similar to what you were trying to do. we had a script and everything, and it was going to be, I think it was, it was like two people fighting each other in a car accident. So they were both injured really badly. They were both trying to kill each other, basically. And it was this sort of like going back and forth between one of them was evil, one of them was good, one of them was, then the other one, the good one turns out to be evil, the evil one turns out to be good. And they were, it was a lot of fun, but it was too complicated and it wasn't something that was going to happen. So, whoa! There's a whole bunch of new ones in here now. Okay, what do we got? So we've done 11. Well, thank you, Pac Mom, as always. Lovely Pac Mom. Pac Mom's had a hard time recently because of storms and things, and I hope things are going well for you. Jaspin says, please forgive me if this has been asked before, but I read that McKay and Shepard are the only two characters in every single episode of Atlantis, with McKay having more overall screen time. Really? Before they had asked you to join the Atlantis cast, had you given serious thought to what kind of character McKay would be if he were in that kind of main role position, and was it a surprise that they wanted him on as a regular? That's an interesting question. I sort of couldn't believe it. I'd asked my manager and my agent, and batch two agents, an agent up here and an agent in the States, and my managers in the States to look into it, because I'd heard that they were doing a new Stargate show. And but only because I thought I had so much fun doing those guest stars, I thought maybe I could get a couple of episodes and come back and have fun with Amanda Tapping and the folks again. But the reality is, when they cast me as a regular, I was kind of shocked. And it only made sense to me because it was supposed to be like a day or two an episode. Like, I was supposed to be on Atlantis and basically stay there and make snarky comments, and people would go off and do all the action and stuff. And then I don't know what happened exactly, but I think they had, I think when they sort of got the character into I think it could have gone one of two ways. It could have disappeared very quickly. I think McKay could have very quickly faded into the background and popped up once in a while to be a jerk, kind of like he was in SG-1. But instead, he became I think McKay is such a great sort of, I'm going to say, foil for all of the other characters, right? McKay brings out stuff in all of the other characters. That character itself, I'm not saying me as an actor, I'm saying the character itself is such a great person to be in a scene with, because you can learn so much about each of the other. You learn more about Taylor when she's talking to McKay. Later on, Ronan, Shepard, Beckett, the friendship with Beckett. I mean, there was just so many fun things that you could do with McKay that you just, I don't think the other characters allowed you to do. Also, it was written by nerds. It was written by McKays to some extent. So I think they just enjoyed writing for his character. But no, I had truly not imagined that I would be in I was in almost every single day of shooting, every episode, and I freaking loved it. Absolutely loved it. Because as an actor, what more could you want? I mean, I feel like, there are other types of actors who would prefer to have days off, and I think now that I'm older, I would probably not do another show where I was on like every single day, because I don't feel like I'd have I feel like it would just be, I don't think I'd have the fun that I had back then. I was young enough to enjoy that. I didn't have a family. I had Jane, but Jane could beat me after with a giant martini, and I think it was perfect timing for me and that kind of stuff. And so I really sort of embraced the fact that it became a much larger role than I'd originally signed on for. It's every actor's dream is that they can't get you out of scenes. You know what I mean? It's every actor's dream that the character that you're portraying is suddenly like the one that drives so many of the storylines and stuff. So I had such a great time doing it. Had you ever envisioned him as the heroic type he became, even as reluctant as he might have been a bit about it at times? See, this is the great thing. Well, this is the funny thing about acting, right? Is that you never act as a jerk. Well, I mean, people do, I guess. But the point being is you don't, if you go into a scene thinking, okay, how can I be the biggest asshole I possibly, how can I be the most inappropriate, sexist, arrogant jerk if you think like that, then you're playing a parody of someone. But if you can somehow figure out how to make him do those things, possibly for all the wrong reasons, in fact, would have to be for all the wrong reasons, or all the right reasons, so to speak, then they become a very a kind of a very sort of rich character, right? You get so much more out of the character if you can figure out a way for him to think that he's doing the right thing, or for him to be, sort of torturing himself over how to be a better person despite his own sort of tendencies and stuff. So yeah, I in a way, I always saw him as a hero because in his own mind, he always was. Does that make sense? I was very surprised when they cast him. I got to say, when they brought McKay back, I thought of all the years of brilliant Stargate, SG-1 episode, like guest stars and stuff, I couldn't believe that McKay was the one they brought back because it's a very odd choice, but it's also a credit to the writers because I think that McKay allowed them to explore things differently than they would have if they'd had sort of a more sort of traditional, sort of heroic type, a nice scientist. All right. Are there any particular characterization issues you ran into with his growth throughout the series? I mean, the only one that was weird for me was the weapons. Like, I feel like we got to the point where McKay was suddenly sort of playing with weapons, and all the other cast got weapons training, and I think he came up at one point where they said, "Do you want weapons training?" I was like, "No, I don't think I don't think he would have that. Like, I think truly he uses them when he has to." And while he may sort of like the idea of it, he shouldn't be good with the weapons. He shouldn't be good in the field. He's a scientist. Like, he's a freaking academic scientist, and it's the reluctant sort of heroics, I think, that makes it so much more interesting than this sort of polished hero type thing. So, Jaspin, great questions. Thank you very much. And thank you for being a patron. RJ Walker says, Fumbles McStupid. Hello, Fumbles McStupid. Intellectual question time. Oh boy. I always thought that lip salve was yours. Was it? You kind of answered this already. So I hear mirror shots are a pain. How long did that one take? Oh my God, mirror shots are a freaking nightmare. So trying to get a mirror to work in a camera without seeing the camera or things you're not supposed to see, always frustrating. And this freaking show, he's got knives, he's got the mirror. There's all, there's a few things there that could a few times that could prove difficult. But the lip balm, honestly, I don't remember. I think it was probably scripted because I don't imagine at that point I was confident enough to just start doing my own thing. But I did have lip balms. I had my own lip balm on set. This is probably where they get this stuff from, is that, I've always said a good writer is a great thief. I think I had my own lip balm. I had a lip balm and they go like, okay, makeup. And I'd go, can I get some lip balm, please? Because my lips, I've got no lips. I've got like lizard lips. I got no lips. And I don't want them sticking together. So I constantly, now even talking about it, I feel like I want to put lip balm on. But thank you for your highly intellectual question, Fumbles McStupid. Brittany's back. Bertley's back with some trivia. Fantastic. Let me just see if there's any questions first. Gover says, what did you guys shoot the desert stuff on location, and what was it like shooting there? So again, BC sort of out of the zone, a little bit more out of the zone to get there, if I remember correctly. Like I say, we kept on having to go further and further out because there was such a huge boom on development in BC and around Vancouver that, we kept on having to go further and further out to get away from civilization or to find like enough angles where there wasn't, like a giant condo going up behind you. So again, I wasn't sure exactly where it was. I love shooting on location. I absolutely prefer shooting on location. I even the most miserable locations, there's just something about the real world that makes you act differently, react differently. There's unexpected things. There's little surprises all the time. I much prefer being on set. On location. On set, it's much more controlled. Often being on set, the hardest thing to fight is boredom. Is just because there's just, it's just you're sitting around waiting for them to move things around, and there's nothing to sort of like keep you going. Whether that's like the discomfort of being on location, or in that case the burning sun of BC sun. I which is very rare, by the way. It's very, very hard to find. I gotta say, very hard to find to guarantee you're going to get those kind of sunny days. In fact, I think we may have moved those days around a bit in order to get that. But yeah, I just prefer being on location. It just feels like you're really making a movie. I just it makes a lot more sense to be on set, especially with a lot of sci-fi stuff. And a reason why a lot of sci-fi stuff is done. I mean, the reason why there is so much science fiction is because it's a lot cheaper to just build a set and have people in spaceships every week. But again, I as the years went on, we did less and less location stuff. And while I hated getting out to location, I hate driving. So I was driving in the middle of nowhere, my little Toyota Echo, getting lost before there was GPS, and or before I'd bought a GPS, anyways. So I hated getting to set. I would get nervous about being late, so I was always way too early. And but that said, that stuff, just the camera picks it up. I'm convinced. Is there a guest actor who really stood out to you in those 5 years? Oh man, God, like so many. I mean, we were so lucky. We had so many amazing people come through there. I'm trying to think of people who sort of stood out. David Ogden Stiers. I love David Ogden Stiers. I miss him. He was just such a wonderful surprise. Like I didn't know much about him, but for some reason we got along really, really well and sort of geeked out about stuff. And I absolutely adored him. And he used to drive. I thought that's what I'm going to be like when I get older. He sort of drove his car up from Washington State somewhere to come and do the show. And he was incredibly, I would not be this, but incredibly calm and patient and just a lovely guy. He stands out. Mitch Pileggi, Jesus, Mitch Pileggi is just like, I freaking love that guy. There were so many. Obviously, Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know what? I don't have any favorites. So many of them stood out. So many actors. It is so hard to show up on a show where you don't know anybody. In many cases, you haven't watched all of the show. And in season 1, you would only be able to watch SG-1. You wouldn't be able to watch Atlantis. You got to show up. You got to not only figure out how the whole thing works, you then got to figure out how to work with the people that are working on it. It is, I think, one of the hardest things in the world. It is so much easier to be a regular on a television show than it is to be a guest star. I don't do a lot of guest stars anymore because I find it, it makes me anxious at the thought. You got to go in, you got to meet people. Hi, how you doing? And it's really great to be here. And I hope I've watched enough episodes to know who the hell everybody is. And it's amazing what they do. And also, the attention is always on the leads, right? The attention is always on the people, the regulars, right? We have the regulars out of here fast so that they can come in early tomorrow morning. So all of a sudden, all these poor actors are left standing around doing their scenes to nobody because they've had to send all of us home because they don't want to pay the extra whatever it is for us to do that. I got very angry about it at times, actually, where I'm just like, you don't wrap me and then have someone do their entire emotional scene without me. That just sucks. Anyways, so we can go to, well, you know what I should do before we go to, well, no, we'll do this now. Okay, Bertley has trivia. It better be good, Bertley. Here's the trivia. Definitely need to wait until the episode watch is complete. Well, perfect. Okay. When the looking at the handheld life signs detector LSD, interesting. In this episode, all of the life signs detected are displayed as the white dots, but in the episode Rising, where we found the LSD, the Wraith and human were different colors. What color were the dots of the Wraith on the LSD Rising? Woo! Man, that's a good one. Okay, so trivia question from Bertley is, when looking at the handheld life signs detector in this episode, all the life signs detected are displayed as white dots. But in the episode Rising, where they found the life signs detector, the Wraith and humans were different colors. What color were the dots for the Wraith on the life signs detector in Rising? Anybody? Who's got it? I don't remember this either, to be honest. Where are we at? Where are we at then? We go red. Red. It's usually red, isn't it? The bad guys are usually red, isn't it? Yeah, red. Oh, everyone's red. Everyone's going red. Ooh. ICS Press, have fun. Soccer well. Trivia, says Bertley. Yes. I'm being shocked with Henry's playing. What? Oh, yes. Well, Pileggi says X-Files. Yeah, we loved Pileggi in X-Files, too. Lord of the Goats. Do you know where the big oil painting of McKay and Shepard ended up? I don't know. Someone was doing like commissions of it at this point. David Ogden Steers, MASH was a big part of my family. Oh God, that guy was just lovely. Charles Emerson Winchester the third. All right. Okay, we go red. We know red. How do you people know this stuff? Says Cal. Because they care, Cal. Unlike you, they care. Okay, pinkish. So what was it? Bertley, what did you go with? The correct answer is C, red. There you go. It was red. I thought it might be red or green. I was thinking red or green. Okay. Trivia question number 2. What was the onset nickname for the Wraith in this episode? Was it A, Dr. Dread, B, Jordan, C, MJ, or D, Mr. Hooper? Mr. Hooper. I don't remember. I don't remember this at all. Was there a nickname for the Wraith? Did DeLuise direct this one, or he just wrote it? Not just, but it's a good episode. He did a good job on that one. I don't remember who directed it, but if it was DeLuise, what would it probably be then? It would probably be, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, either Dr. Dread or Mr. Hooper. Interesting. All right, what do we think? Who's guessing? Who knows who's guessing? Peter did direct this episode. Good. I want it to be Mr. Hooper too. I think it's going to be Dr. Dread, I think, myself. Hooper? People are going with Hooper. Okay, Hooper, don't remember. It's in the audio commentary. Interesting. Bertley says the correct answer is number 2 is Mr. Hooper. Indeed, Mr. Hooper. Mr. Hooper is from Sesame Street. I don't know why. Why was it? Is there a story behind that? I don't remember that. The fact of the matter is, it's very hard to keep track of DeLuise anyways, because that guy's mind's going all over the place. Burt Reynolds was a Hooper in a movie. That's right. Burt Reynolds was Hooper in T.J. Hooper? No, not T.J. Hooper. God, it was about the stuntman. I remember loving that movie. I love the DeLuise brothers. Grew up on their dad's stuff and then started with them in the Sequest. Yeah, no, they're just, they're amazing guys. Just amazing guys. DeLuise, I think, struggled with us on Atlantis. A lot of people struggled with us on Atlantis because we were a new show. They were used to the way things worked on SG-1, and then Atlantis came along, and we had different takes on stuff and different perspectives. And I think that a lot of the old guard sort of came in thinking that things were just going to be the same way as it was on SG-1, and it was in a lot of ways. But I think there was a bit of pushback from us on stuff. Some of us more than others. And also, DeLuise has a wicked sense of humor, and it's sometimes very hard to get a handle on it. And some people just didn't respond to it. So, but he is a lovely man. I definitely. When we definitely had arguments, but I always respected him and just thought he was really good at what he did. All right, Fall Guy. Yeah, Fall Guy, Lee Majors. Was it TJ Hooker? It was TJ Hooker, right? Was that right? No, TJ Hooker is the different one. There's no. It was Hooper. No, there was Hooper. Hooper was a stunt guy thing. It was a stunt guy movie. That's right. Colt Sievers. With my trivia, so don't forget. Wissack, I replied to this trivia post with my trivia, so don't forget. What? Don't understand. Okay, next question. So Wissack, what was the Burt Reynolds stunt guy movie called? I think it was called Hooper. It was about sort of like a stunt guy near the end of his sort of career or something. I'll tell you, Burt Reynolds is another freaking classy guy. I met him. He had a full yellow suit at a convention, and he and I guess because we talked too much, we both sort of were like the last to leave the convention floor one night, and he was so frail. I couldn't get over how frail he was, but he was just classy guy. Just loved him. No. The Fall Guy was Lee Majors. I know that's a TV show. I'm talking about a movie called Hooper, and it starred Burt Reynolds. There you go. You'll get it. In Patreon, the post you're reading with trivia, I replied my added trivia onto that. Okay, very good. All right, I'll see if we've got time for that. I've only got, what have I got? 10 minutes? I got 10 minutes. I shall do what I can. All right, next question. Question 3. What was the flavor of Shepherd's Power Bar? A, apricot jubilee, B, oatmeal raisin, C, peanut butter, D, vanilla crisp. I think I know the answer to this. I'm just saying. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I think I know the answer to this one. They're the only ones I ate. Yeah, it was a 1978 movie called Hooper, and it was Burt Reynolds. Thank you very much. I'm not hallucinating. Okay, what do we got? That's interesting. So in German television, thank you, Captain Calvin Cat, Burt Reynolds and Tom Selleck have the same voice actor. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Peanut butter. It was peanut butter. I'm sure it was peanut butter. It's got to be peanut butter. Burley, am I right? Come on. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Was it peanut butter? It's got to be peanut butter. Correct answer is B. What? No! Shut the front door. Come on. The only ones I ever ate were peanut butter. I just assumed there only were peanut butter. Well, maybe they only gave me the peanut butter ones. Really? Oatmeal raisin. Oof. Can't stand oatmeal raisin. All right, okay. Bertley, you suck the fun. Okay. Thank you for the questions, Bertley. What do we got? Next one. Okay, this one's a little more kooky. Feel free to skip it if you want to get more sub-questions. Since part of the allure of science fiction is taking shreds of truth to extreme conclusions, the Gate World Forum is filled with the fan theories of each episode. Which of the following is not a real fan theory found on Gate World reacting to this episode? Okay, which one is not a real fan theory from Gate World? A, the Wraith was sucking the life out of the glowy bugs as he squashed them, which is what made him so hard to kill. Interesting. I assumed that him killing them was of some benefit to himself, or he just enjoyed death. Gaul was mentored by McKay back on Earth. C, Shepard is actually evil, as demonstrated by his willingness to murder the glowy bugs just to help the team target the Wraith. And D, Weir's intuition to send a rescue team is actually due to her connection to the Ancients. Ooh. So which one of these is not true? Not a real fan theory. Now, I'm not saying any of them are real, but what is not a real fan theory? A, the Wraith was sucking the life out of the glowy bugs as he squashed them, which is what made him hard to kill. B, that Gaul was mentored by McKay back on Earth. C, Shepard is actually evil and demonstrated his willingness to murder the glowy bugs just to help the team target the Wraith. And D, Weir's intuition to send a rescue team is actually due to her connection to the Ancients. I don't know. I can't imagine. Do people really think that McKay mentored anybody? But maybe. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I know the glowy bugs is true. C, Shepard is evil. You don't think anyone thinks that Shepard is evil? But evil Shepard, I mean, you know, was it a good thing to do? I mean, I guess if you think of them like wasps or mosquitoes, I guess, you know. Bertley, the fake theory is number 4, Weir's intuition. Oh, really? Huh. Which is so weird. We're trying to choose which theory is not real of not real theories. I mean, of not real, like, you know, actual Stargate stuff. Okay, what do we got? David Bax. First off, I should say thank you, Bertley, very much. As always, Bertley always does a great job with trivia. And thank you again for being a Patreon subscriber. David Bax says, bet me to some of these. I'm guessing beat me to some of these, but I got a few others. 1, easy. The alien life forms on this planet are similar to another life form shown on SG-1. What's the name of that episode? What? The alien life forms on this planet are similar to another life form shown on SG-1. What is the name of that episode? So what episode showed similar alien life forms on SG-1? Was it A, Orpheus, B, 2001, C, Prodigy, or D, Beast of Burden? All right, which one had a similar life form from SG-1? I've even got the answers in there. All right, so anyone who's don't look at the Patreon because you'll get the answer. Everyone thinks it's no idea. No ideas. Interesting. A lot of prodigies. Orpheus. The actual answer is, well, at least according to David Bax, the answer is actually C, Prodigy, and had a similar alien bug that could pass through solid objects. Fans suspect that these aliens were the inspiration for the Lantean drone weapons. Ah, interesting. Another easy one, apparently, although I didn't even get that one. Easy. Richard Ian Cox, Dr. Brendan Gall, previously played in Stargate SG-1. A, Nyan for SG-1 New Ground. B, Charles Kowalski, SG-1 Children of the Gods. C, Michael Griff, SG-1 Crystal Skull. Or D, Evan Lorne, SG-1 Enemy Mine. Anyone remember? So Dr. Richard Ian Cox, who played Dr. Brendan Gall, who is actually, I think, a combination of Martin Garrow's friends' names, played in SG-1 either Nyan in SG-1 New Ground, B, Charles Kowalski in SG-1 Children of the Gods, C, Michael Griff, SG-1 Crystal Skull, or D, Evan Lorne in SG-1 Enemy Mine. And the answer is, let's have a look, see what people are guessing. What are you guessing? What are you guessing, folks? Or what do you know? How many people know it? Oh, everyone's been on Gate World. You've all been on Gate World. Yeah, everyone knows it's Nyan. Okay, all right, very good. It's Nyan. I only know that because it's on Gate World as well. SG-1 New Ground. All right, 3, mediumly hard. Really? All right, let's remember where we parked is a reference to what other sci-fi series? A, Star Trek. B, Star Wars. C, Battlestar Galactica. Or D, Red Dwarf. What do we think? I think I know the answer to that. Well, there is the answer to that right there. Yeah, very good. Okay, all right, what do we think? I think there's a fair amount of crossover, isn't there? Yeah, nobody... other than Stripey Poo saying it's from the Orville. Well done, Stripey. Yeah, I think everyone is pretty... Oh, really? No, it's a couple of ones off. Yeah, a couple of few people out of the loop here. Oh, thank you, Magna Rabbit. I would love to play Einstein. Wouldn't that be fun? Dude, where's my car? Says Sticky Von Nicky. Yeah, everyone seems to know that is a Star Trek reference for sure. And it is from Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Everyone remembers where we parked. Almost identical situation. McKay's aforementioned reference to Shepard as Captain Kirk indicates that this was likely an intentional reference. Yeah, they love throwing their other sci-fi references in. Very hard one here. Shepard's pants changed several times in this episode due to continuity issues. How many times do they change? Oh my god. A, 6 times. Did Shepard change his pants 6 times, 3 times, 4 times, or 2 times? So A, B, C, D. A is 6. I know it just... Is it 6, 3, 4, or twice? That is really funny. That is interesting. Well, did he really change it? Continuity issues, so they must have just made a mistake. Ooh, boy. We had a lot of wardrobe problems. The first season was a freaking nightmare for wardrobe, I gotta say. There were a lot of wardrobe problems. No offense, no names, just there were a lot of problems. No freaking clue, mate, says Lady Shelley, because how would you know and why would you care? Come on. I thought this one was evil. It's pretty evil, Spinner Break. It's very true. It is very evil, and of course you couldn't resist it. What do we think? What do we think, people? 4, 3, 4, 6, 12, 100, what do we got there? 123,456 times. I'm getting the sense people think this may be going down the rabbit hole a bit much. The answer is 4. He wears dark gray, almost black pants when he leaves the puddle jumper, light gray when he's walking down the path where there are several hives of the tiny bugs, and military green when he approaches the race ship, and finally blue when he enters it. Wow, that is some serious continuity issues, I'd have to say. All right, before I run out of time, let me hop into the chat and see if I can say anything. Did Wayne Brady ask to be on Stargate? I don't know, but oh my god, Wayne Brady. Does anyone watch Whose Line Is It Anyways? Oh my gosh, him and then Colin Mockery, one of my favorite comedians of all time, frankly, because of his stuff. Since David Nichol was on Arrow, could you imagine being on Supergirl? We used to watch Supergirl all the time. Maybe as McKay, but not as early Go Suck a Lemon McKay. But I think McKay would be awestruck with Supergirl. Yeah. I really liked the way where Supergirl was going to start, but then I found it just got too... It just became too sort of like preachy. It was sort of... I enjoyed the way it sort of infused the Supergirl concept, the very nature of like making fun of the term Supergirl. Everything about it, I loved the way it sort of infused it with a modern sense. And then I felt like it's like, then they just started hitting it over the head. I was like, all right, already. Like, I mean, it's just... Like, I understand that there are issues we want to talk about, but they should be... I don't think they have to be so sort of like thunk. So we sort of like faded out on that one, but we used to love Supergirl. When it first started, we were just loving it. Wayne Brady on the show was a surprise, I'll bet. Colin Mockery. His son is a video reviewer. I didn't know, really. Whose Line Is It Anyways? The flashlight thing, was that on purpose or on accident? The flashlight thing. What, in general, you mean? The flashlight things... was a combination. One is you almost invariably get asked to light a scene with a flashlight. So you go into a scene and the cinematographer will invariably say, can you make sure you flash the lens so you get a nice, as you go by? Or light the wall so it bounces off, so you get a little bit of a kick. So you basically end up having to do a little bit of lighting while you're doing it. And so you end up, in my mind, because I'm a little distracted, I've got like one section that's doing McKay and all of his lines, and then another part that's involved in the actual physical activity. And I feel like they never quite sunk up. Like I was always like, oh my gosh, look over there, and my flashlight, and then, so for some reason, it's just me. It's just bad acting on my part. DS Brown ZPC says, I always liked all the cultural references from the 60s, 70s, and 80s McKay and Shepard would make. Being born in 67, it lent realism to the show. It's like, I agree. Absolutely. I agree too. That was it. So I was born in 68. So all these references made sense to me. Joe Flanagan always seemed to have trouble keeping his pants up. I think it was like a cool thing. I think he liked his loose-fitting pants. Comfort. Pac-Man says, thank you so much for the watch party. There have been some wonderful parts. These have been such a wonderful part of quarantine. See you Tuesday at Coffee Chat. Of course. Thank you, Pac-Man. The reality here is that I don't want to stop doing these. Like, I don't care. When the world is back to normal, I'm going to continue doing this stuff because I like it. We'll run out of Stargate Atlantis at some point. We'll have to figure something else out. But it's a great excuse for my son and I to watch these shows together. And I get a real joy out of the fact that there's other people who are sort of partaking in this as well. And also, I just kind of want to do something. I feel like, people are giving me money to do something that I love doing, which is working with these kids. And now working with the kids online so that it's beginning to, I feel like it really is now edutainment in a way, in that I feel like, we get to converse with the stream. We've got kids who are getting excited about stuff that they wouldn't have been excited about before. Even Bratlet is getting is finding these little, the other day he downloaded a little program to automate some stuff in Roblox, and he wouldn't have done that before Game Bandits. You know what I mean? So I feel like, kids, 12-year-olds don't want to listen to their dad for the most part. Baz is pretty great, but he was never particularly interested in the science technology stuff, and that's beginning to come around now. And the other thing that happens, my sister Moira, who is a trained educator, she could be teaching. But she was so disillusioned with this sort of basically the system that's in place for teaching, and the way the kids just the bureaucracy has got so much in the way of the actual teaching stuff that she basically got her teachers. She became a teacher and then went, screw this, I cannot work within this system. So I've actually asked her to help me out. And I think some of the money that I get will go towards having her go through what we're doing and pull out the sort of the curriculum based or the truly educational parts of this and say, like, look, this guy's an idiot and he just plays brilliant on TV, but there is some stuff that's coming up here which is true learning, which is true inspiration for the kids, that these are skills that they can actually be using in their lives, and that this is basically not just him goofing around. There's things for them to that there's things to be learned here. Yes, the short film festival will start in about 5 minutes, so I've got 3 minutes and then I'm going to wrap it up. But oh my gosh, I'm so glad to hear about that. Being disabled, I'm stuck at home almost all of my time, even without COVID, and it's great to have something interactive to support and look forward to. The last month of live streams has been the highlight of my year. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm so glad. I wouldn't listen to my dad if he rubbed fruit drinks in my eyes all the time too. It's true, Cal. I wouldn't. It's true. Perhaps I should rethink I should really rethink every time I speak to Cal. I feel like I need to rethink my entire life. Jaspin, that's interesting. One of the things that I have discovered in this whole Tech Bandits thing is that assistive tech is an amazing way to inspire kids, because it's not just, flashing light bulbs and spinning motors and coding and all this kind of stuff. They see that this technology can be used. It's something that they build can improve the lives of others. And I sort of stumbled into it because I was working with Q on a documentary that I really wanted to do called Upgrade Required. And I'm afraid the business let me down, and I let the business down on that. I could not fathom why people didn't want to get behind it more. I got very frustrated by it. And as a result, I would bring the stuff that I was learning about into Tech Bandits, and seeing the reaction from the kids made it all worthwhile. I was like, oh my God, this is what I should be doing with this interest that I have in assistive technology. So it's one of the things that that I've sort of really enjoyed looking into, and I constantly, if people find stuff about that for me, that would be amazing, because again, people have started emailing me suggestions for things to bring up for Tech Bandits, so I welcome that as well. In fact, Tuesdays in my mind has become about sort of me percolating some thoughts out loud to people and with all of you, in the hopes that I can maybe get some ideas from people for sort of future things. All right, I'm getting very, very behind on the chat, and I need to wrap it up, don't I? Okay, I'm sorry. I would stay longer if I could, but I did say that these are my friends' kids. They are younger than Baz, probably 10 and something. Henry and Jack, and they are just two of the they're two of the greatest kids because they've got two of the greatest parents. They've got Eden and Andrew as their parents, and Eden is a very, very well known and very talented actress. Eden Regan. Oh my God, Eden. Oh my God, Eden Riegel. I don't know how I would call her. Eden Miller now, because she's married to one of my bestest friends of all time, Andrew Miller. But Eden is a brilliant actress. She's also just like an incredibly talented director and voice performer. She does almost all this, a ton of stuff for Disney now, and is related to Sam from what is it called? The Critical Role as well. So incredibly talented, fun family. So I must go and see their movies. Anyways, so I'm out of time. I gotta go. Everybody, I'm so sorry to wrap this up. I do feel really bad, but I not that bad, because I'm going to leave anyways. So again, thank you to my Patreons. Thank you to my fabulous stream chat. Whether you're subscribed or not, I really do appreciate it. Subscriptions will go partially for Baz's pocket money, little devil, and the rest of it goes to Tech Bandits for me. And thank you to everybody who's made donations, everybody who has subscribed, everybody who has become a Patreon, and again, a huge thank you to DStat for being our sponsorship level Patreon on this stuff. Just amazing that he's doing that for us, and it really just allows us to do some really cool things. He's also donated money as well for things like PCs for my kids and stuff. So not my kids, but for the Tech Bandits kids. So yes, a huge thank you to DStat. If you see him around, make sure you say thank you from me, if he's not here already. And so I guess I should say, longest goodbye ever. Mods. I should say thanks to my mods, except Cal. Except Cal's here. But if I say thank you to my mods, and I'm sort of saying thank you to Cal as well. Well, thanks very much to everybody. Thank you for doing the stream with me. Thank you for your modding, and thank you for all of your positive energy, Cal. It's really, really appreciated. So, lots of love. Thanks, everybody. Until we geek again, I shall name the dire mutt that is the new bane of our existence and the reason why none of us sleep. So until we geek again, huzzah!